happened. The God Emperor Trump and the Tesla, the Timu Tesla Tony Stark have fallen out. They don't like each other anymore. A lot of people thought the relationship wouldn't even last this long. But it did. But now it's imploded in spectacular fashion. They've both got huge egos. Fragile sensibilities. No one probably ever says no to them or tells them they're wrong. They've both got their own social media platforms to whinge on. So it looks like Trump may have got rid of Musk as a political liability. I mean, he was being quite nice and conciliatory in the White House, giving him that big stupid golden key that doesn't open anything. But, you know, he was trying to be nice. And then Musk's gone off in the huff, thrown his toys out of the pram. Doesn't like the big beautiful bill because the cuts in spending are going to be swallowed up with tax cuts, mainly for the rich. So he started whinging about that. Let's crack open this Hot Wheels Tesla. So he started whinging about that. Trump said, well, what you whinging for? You already knew what the big beautiful bill was going to be all about. What it was going to do. Trump was then saying, no, you're a liar. Of course you knew it was all about. Why didn't you mention it while you had the chance? Musk says, no. I had no involvement in it, and it was pushed through in the middle of the night. And then I think this is back and forth on Twitter and Truth Social. Then, of course, Trump says, well, eventually, Trump's like, well, you know, I'm basically vaguely threatening to take away the government subsidies for electric vehicles and Tesla. You know, why didn't Joe Biden get rid of these subsidies for these electric cars? Says Trump. So Muskie went nuclear, dropped the nuclear bomb that, according to him, Trump is mentioned in the Epstein files, and that's why they haven't been released. And not only that, he thinks that Trump should be impeached. And that J.D. Vance should take over as president. So this relationship has gone absolutely in the toilet. It's ultra garbage. catastrophic fail, omni-shambles, a huge mess up. And there'll be a lot of glee and merriment about this, I'm sure. Especially by like the late night talk show hosts that you get in America, baby. Yeah. And the share price of Tesla's crashed because instead of being a normal, boring CEO or whatever owner that keeps his mouth shut and doesn't want to rock the boat with the government, Musk's making an enemy out of somebody that holds grudges and doesn't like people to have a go at him and make a fool of him or criticize him. It's not the first time Musk has done things that are potentially against the best interests of his company by mouthing off. He labelled the British cave diver Vernon Unsworth a pedo guy, or pedo guy as we'd say in Britain. And Unsworth sued for libel but didn't win because, according to the American justice system, the American courts, they seem to believe Musk by saying calling someone a pedo guy is like a normal thing to do in South Africa, even though lots of South Africans say it isn't. So now he's basically calling Trump a pedo guy as well. I mean, we know Trump knew Epstein. Epstein knew a lot of people. There's that quote where he's saying that Epstein liked girls even more than I do and he prefers them on the younger side. But how Musk knows about this alleged appearance of Trump in the Epstein files is unknown. But Elon is behaving like a lunatic. You do wonder if he's having some kind of emotional breakdown. You do wonder if there's chemical imbalance, either artificial or induced or natural, going on. I mean, Tesla's a private company, so it's insulated from some of the market, but you know, if you make an enemy of Trump, you may often regret it. And he's made Trump look like a fool. He hasn't repaid what Trump would consider to be his kindness with that big golden key that doesn't open anything. But now Musk is even talking about starting his own political party, which is a complete waste of time because the American electoral system won't allow it. I mean, Ross Perot tried, didn't get anywhere. Even with all his money. Now, if Musk went to the Democratic Party, I mean, he's been a Democrat before, so he became a MAGA person, then maybe that could have some influence if the Democrats would let him. But starting his own party, especially as he's saying it'll be a centrist party, which I think there's not a lot of call for more centrism in America at the moment. Starting his own party, I think it won't go anywhere. So we've got these two titans, these two terrible titans, Trump and Musk, the richest man in the world and the most powerful man in the world at each other's throats, at loggerheads, both big egos, big wallets, big reach, big influence. Whoever wins we lose. Good night, America. Good night, world.